Just talk about the moment finally coming upon this team and it's ready to take the field.
Well, we've been, since the end of November, we've been getting ready for this week, and I think especially last week, you kind of feel like we were ready to play somebody else. You kind of get worn down just seeing the same thing and the same people, and you get a little ornery in practice, and so we've been ready now for about a week, I think, to rock and roll. So I think it's the most ideal situation that we play a really good team right out the gate, so we can see where we truly are. I mean, we feel really good about the strides that we've made since last season, but you never really know until you actually compete. And in a course of a game, you're going to get some plays that go your way and some plays that go the other way, where in practice it's a little bit more controlled. You see the same stuff over and over again, so you start anticipating some things where, once you're playing in a game, you're going to see stuff you're not expecting, and I think the big question is how we respond and how we react. So I think for me, I'm excited that we're finally here, and we can get moving on this thing.
From a defensive standpoint, who do you kind of have to watch a little bit then? Do they have a solid quarterback, running game, or what are you looking at there?
Yeah, so their quarterback is the preseason offensive player of the year in our division in the conference. He can throw the ball. He runs the ball really well. I mean, he was tied for the team lead in average yards per carry last year. He only played in 7 games, so that shows you a lot about the impact he makes when he's in the game. So the thing with him is, and just like we saw last year, is we have to be able to contain both the run and the pass out of the quarterback. So that puts a little bit more stress on you defensively. It's not a one-dimensional quarterback back there. It's somebody that's very active in what they do, and their running back comes back as well. He was a redshirt freshman last year and had a really good first year, and he's only going to be better. And I recruited him out of high school. I think he's phenomenal, and so they've got a really good 1-2 punch there. Their wide receiver core is almost brand new compared to who they had on the field last year. So that's a little bit of an unknown of just what these guys can do and how to defend them. But for us, it's still going to be a matter, can we contain that running game? And that was a struggle for us last year, and that's where we've got to be better.
Concerning your depth chart, how solid or fluid is it at this moment?
We're as healthy as we've been. Early in camp we got a little banged up. I think just getting back into the fall camp push that we have, and getting tweaked and a little sore and those type of things. But I think we've done a really good job of managing our bodies and getting us back. So now we're peaking right when we need to be. So we don't have anybody that's out that we were counting on. Let's put it that way. So I think that's really good. We're as deep as we've been since I've been here, and that's deep everywhere. O-line, D-line, backfields, both offense and defense, linebackers, quarterback, I mean, just everywhere. So that's exciting. Now it's just a matter of can it translate from the practice field to the game field when that pressure's on and you're playing a different team that's going to be a faster game just based on what you do in practice and those type of things. So you don't know until you know, and that's what we got to get out there and see what it looks like.
Are there still any position battles going on at the moment?
Not really. There's really no position battles going into the start of the game. I think we've got a number of guys that we want to see play and play a lot. But I think especially those that are younger, we want to make sure that we control their situations of when they get in there, so they feel comfortable and can play, and there's no the enormity of a college football game doesn't smack them in the face right away. But I think we'll see a lot of guys, a lot of new faces for our fans that see a bunch of our young guys that we recruited that either redshirted last year or are going to be true freshmen playing for us right away. And I'm just excited to see what they do in the game. I mean, you go through the recruiting spiel and the process, and you're always excited about everybody and that type of thing. But now once you actually get into a game, now let's see how they can perform against some very elite talent.